Hello, I'm Midshipman third class Kadel. I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada, and I'm a pre-med biology major.
Thank you so much, Midshipman Kadel, for taking time out of your day to do this interview with us. Today's interview is going to be about the Naval Preparatory Program, and Kadel actually is an NPP recipient over at Tuskegee University in our ROTC program. So starting off, Kadel, can you tell us what the NPP scholarship is in your own terms?
So the NPP scholarship is essentially a scholarship for underprivileged students that might not have the same resources or availability to scholarships as other students would be.
So more or less, this scholarship or this program targets students in high school who don't have as many resources as per se a national scholarship applicant, or just those who have, a lot more programs out there that helped with mentoring, tutoring, all that. They're a little challenged in that aspect, but more or less, they're still welcome to apply. That's amazing. And how did you hear about the scholarship yourself?
So I was in NROTC in high school, so my senior naval science instructor introduced me to it.
And what would you suggest for someone who isn't necessarily in a ROTC program in high school, but still really eager about this program or just joining the midshipman life in college?
So I'd suggest either speaking to your local recruiter, or if your school has a JROTC program, specifically Navy, to talk to one of the staff about the program because they will definitely know about it.
So just piggybacking off of that, do not get discouraged if you're not in JROTC. This is not only for JROTC students. This is open to anybody who is interested in the Naval Preparatory Program and interested in serving as a midshipman while in college. Just go to your local recruiter if you have one in your area, or like he said, you can go to a JROTC instructor at your local high school. So moving on, what are some of the requirements for the scholarship?
So some of the base requirements are for standardized tests. For the ACT, you need to have a composite of a 22 with a 19 in English and a 21 in math. And for the SAT, you need to have a total of 1100 with a 950 in English and a 1000 in math.
Now, backtracking to when you were a senior in high school, considering there was COVID going on, a lot of places were shut down, SAT and ACT scores were waived. How did you yourself prepare for a passing score on the ACT or SAT?
So my school required me to take the ACT my junior year, so I was fortunate enough to get that out of the way early. But during my senior year, there was a lot of online resources available to me, Khan Academy, YouTube, and certain other books like the ACT prep book.
So once again, to not discourage any viewers or to viewers to not get discouraged, there are many free resources out there for applying to the scholarship. There's Khan Academy videos on YouTube, there's local recruiters, there's JROTC instructors, or even some cadets in certain JROTC units are open to helping you out if you're struggling in one of the sectors for the requirements. So please do not get discouraged. If you do not have the most resources, you don't have to be the richest, you just have to be motivated. Okay, and moving on, how did you prepare for the scholarship? So can you talk about your workout routine, your study habits, and your eating habits?
So my workout routine, I started running a lot more since I realized it would be a lot more strenuous trying to build up cardio. And since it was COVID, I had nothing else better to do than just to work out. So I began running increments of miles, 2 miles, since there's a lot of running involved in being in the military. And my eating habits, I was focusing a lot on protein and carbs, just eating a lot of fiber as well, your leafy vegetables, pastas, and just grains. And then sleeping habits, you need at least 8 hours of sleep. It doesn't matter when you get it, as long as it's in a cycle. Since I'm more of a nocturnal person, I usually slept around 3, and I slept into about 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. That worked out best for my schedule.
What would you recommend for somebody in high school interested in this program, but yet they're having a few problems with their sleeping habits or even the nutritional aspect of maintaining your physical health? What would you suggest for them?
I definitely suggest to talk to someone, especially maybe a fitness advisor, your PE teacher, someone at your school that can help you with that. And also, one big part about this program is being motivated and dedicated. If you're not motivated to get the scholarship, you will struggle. You have to want it.
Great, thank you for that advice. And what should future NPP midshipmen expect when coming to TU and ROTC their first year?
You should definitely adapt quickly. You get a lot of freedom when you come to college as you're no longer living in your parents' house or your guardian's house, and you have all this freedom now. You can do whatever you want, essentially, as an adult. And you just need to know that with that becomes a lot of responsibilities, as if you enter this program, you are a direct representative of the United States Navy.
Great. And Kadel's first year was different, or his second year is different from a national or college programmer's second year, because as an NPP, the school covers your first year. And after your first year, you pick up the Naval Scholarship, and you'll be on the Navy Scholarship for the next 4 years of your high school, for your college experience. And as an NPP, that's also a really big thing. This program states that while in college, you will be there for 5 years. So it's not a 4-year like the national or the college programmer, it is 5 years. So Kadel, looking back on your first year, can you describe your experience at Tuskegee?
So I definitely had to adapt. Since I came from Las Vegas, I was born and raised there, and now I'm in Southern Alabama. So it was a big culture shock, especially since Southern hospitality is definitely a big factor. I also had to adapt to the rigors of college and just being alone on my general, how to maintain yourself and not become complacent with your eating habits, your sleeping, and your studying.
What would you advise for a future midshipman who's motivated about the program, they can't wait to come to college, can't wait to come to Tuskegee, but yet they're having a few problems with just swallowing the fact that they're going to be away from home? What do you suggest for that, considering you're all the way from Las Vegas, Nevada?
I suggest getting Polaroid pictures of your friends or little pictures you can have and make a little wall with all your friends. You can just look up at them. Call home often. Your parents will definitely miss you, especially your mom. Call your mom often. She will appreciate that because she's going to be missing you a lot. Always keep in touch with your friends, and don't be afraid to make friends in college, especially your freshman year. Everyone's in the same boat. Everyone's alone. They don't know anything. Might as well talk to someone.
Thank you so much for that advice, Kadel. And lastly, what is one piece of advice you wish to give future midshipmen watching? Now, you can give them advice in any subject, any topic, doesn't matter. Just one piece of advice you wish that would stick with them for their next 4 years in college, or 5 if they plan on being an NPP.
Definitely find your source of motivation. Find out why you want to be here and focus on that. Hone it. And you just need to have a purpose why you want to join the military.
Thank you so much, Kadel, for doing this interview today. If you have any questions, I will attach his email and phone number in the description box down below, so you can contact him one-on-one if you want a little bit more insight about the NPP program. Once again, thank you so much for watching.